First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 28-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Watson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. The Browns had 5 and 9 on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's Hill now after the interception. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Hill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There's Hill. In trouble, and he's taken down. Jordan Elliott in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Watson now to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Hardy set to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Taken down at the 42. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's putted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hill looks to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll run with Chubb, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first. And this will be caught at the 30. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Play fake. Hill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hill going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Hill. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On 2nd and a yard, Watson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. York able to send this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Balaj. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. This will be caught by Brown. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns.
Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
Normally, when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Well, into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Try to pound it in, Kamara. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now Hill looking to throw on first.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
Here we go with Kamara. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 11 now. Hill off to Thomas on the left side. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Hill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill, this is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do. And I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Got a man. It's Brown. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
That's good for Browns. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Watson. And incomplete on a deep ball.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
He's got a man, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Hill now after the interception. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hill looks to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing again is Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Watson on first down.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
No gain on the play. And it's second down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Hill on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll go option to the short side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw, Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
And that flag accepted.